All right, hello everybody, and welcome. I'm so happy to see you today. Welcome to Live with Amy at 333. This is your host, Amy Marino, owner of the Sanctuary, Healing Therapies and Gifts in Brewster, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, in beautiful Lemon Tree Village. And we are broadcasting to you today live from quarantine, today and every day at 3:33. So I invite you to take a couple of minutes out from whatever you might be doing right now, be it work, relaxation, and to join me for a couple of minutes of connecting with each other, with ourselves. We will be having some crystal chat. We're going to do a brief meditation, and we'll be pulling an oracle card of the day. If you stay tuned to the end of the show, our featured deck of the day is bird signs. So something a little bit different today for our oracle card. And we've been exploring different decks as we move through each episode. So again, welcome and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm looking forward to chatting and sharing a few things with you today and bringing you through that meditation. So I just want to remind you that there are a couple of many different ways to meditate, and that is actually our topic of the day is meditation. So you don't have to set aside huge amounts of time to meditate. You don't have to put aside an hour of your day. You don't need to sit cross-legged in silence with a blank mind humming Om. Personally, those things for me do not work as well. But meditation is really just a simple moment for you to take a time out, a moment for you to relax and allow the stress to leave your body. It's a moment to clear your mind and get some clarity, a moment to tune in and connect with your feelings. It's a moment to check in with that higher perspective of your soul. And it's a moment to ask for guidance from our highest divine self, our spirit team of angels and guides, loved ones. So meditation really assists the body, the mind, the emotions, and trust in self. And it is a way to tune out all of that outside interference that we are getting all the time, and to take that moment to tune into our true voice, which we've been discussing recently in some of the past episodes. So if you stay tuned for me, we're going to do a powerful meditation in just a moment. And then we'll chat about some easy ways to meditate. Of course, I will have a challenge for you as I do every day. And we'll have some crystal chat. I have a crystal to share with you. And of course, that oracle card of the day. So just quickly, a couple of classes coming up this week. That psychic development course just kicked off this past Wednesday, but there is still time to get in on that. That class was recorded, so you can still jump in, get the handout, watch the recording, and catch up before this week. So if you're still interested in that, again, I invite you to look into that and join me. There's still time. Spirit Guide 1, that is this Monday. So if you've been interested in this topic that we've been sort of talking about, spirit guides and being able to connect with them and receive that divine guidance from them, then tune in. Not here on Facebook, but you can go to our website and register for that class. That will be held live on Zoom, just like you're seeing me now. And Psychic Development 2 kicks off on Tuesday. So if you've already taken that Psychic Development 1 journey with me and you've been waiting for that second one, now is the time. That starts this Tuesday, May 5th. And that's an 8-week journey where we delve deep and we'll be working on different aspects of our psychic development each week. Discovering Your Divine Life Purpose is going to be May 9th. In the morning, and then Spirit Guide 2, that's that follow-up to that first class where we start to establish your whole team of guides and start to learn who they are, what their specific jobs are in helping you. The information and details for all of those, you can go to the sanctuary, capecod.com/classes. Okay, so on to our meditation. So this is the part in the show where if you have your sage, I invite you to get that out, and we'll just take a moment. We're going to do a little bit of clearing, set our intention and our sacred space around us here. And since we are still in quarantine, I am not at the sanctuary today, but I am at my home sanctuary, this outdoor garden sanctuary that we've been sort of working on creating here together since episode 1. And it's been a little cold and windy and rainy a few of the days, but it is beautiful out today. It is nice and warm, and yes, I'm very much enjoying the weather out here. So if you have your sage, we're gonna get that and do a moment of clearing. So this is just some loose leaf California white sage that I am burning here. And we've got some nice sacred smoke going from that. So this is where we're just gonna start at the top of the head around the crown, just bringing that smoke down and around, allowing it to cleanse, clear, and purify your aura, your energetic field around you. Any stagnant energy, any lower vibrational emotions that you might be feeling, and it's certainly outside of energies that you've absorbed from others. So just take a moment, feel that cleanse. Even if you don't have your sage, just to be able to take a moment and breathe and feel that cleanse with me as we sort of etherically bring that smoke around you right now. Okay. I'm using one of the Tibetan bowls today for our meditation. Okay. So I invite you to sit, get comfortable, and to take a minute out and join me in this meditation. Okay. Beginning with the breath. Bringing your awareness there. Breathing in. Breathing out. Letting go with every breath out. Letting go of the day. Whatever was happening before you arrived. Whatever has been weighing on your heart and on your mind. Letting it go with every breath out through your will, your intention, your surrender of it. Breathing out. Now begin to imagine that you're taking a walk. It could be anywhere in the woods, near the water, through a garden or park, somewhere that feels serene, peaceful, and beautiful. It is your favorite time of day. You feel calm and relaxed. As you walk, you feel your feet moving you forward, one step after the other. Feel your feet connecting to the ground with each step. The motion of this walking is very relaxing. Imagining the rhythm of your feet as each one moves forward like waves, flowing in and out, ever repeating, step after step as you walk. Allow your breath to flow smoothly, also ever repeating like the waves, in and out, in and out. Hear the sounds of your footsteps on the ground, the calming and relaxing rhythm of each step, coming after the other, just listening to this repeated beat, all of the repeated rhythms of your footsteps, your heartbeat, your breathing. This smooth cycle of rhythm that allows you to move forward leisurely as you walk, effortlessly. Now turn your attention to your surroundings. Notice the environment around you, the surface you're walking on, the temperature, the colors as you walk, the various sounds, even the smells. You breathe in deeply, enjoying your surroundings. You're enjoying everything about this relaxing walk. Now gently turn within, simply noticing any thoughts or feelings that are coming in. Any visions, words, or messages as you are in this open and receptive state. Now something catches your eye on the ground in the middle of your path. You look around, but somehow feel this was left here just for you. You pick it up and hold it a moment, feeling gratitude in your heart for this beautiful sign given to you by Spirit at just the right moment. Give thanks for this sign. When you're ready, gently bringing yourself back to your physical body. Back to this time and space. The chair or the floor beneath you. Gently becoming aware of your physical body, your fingers and your toes. And you return from this healing meditation, feeling centered, grounded, and at peace. And we humbly give thanks for all that was released and all that was received. We ask that this healing be received on every level, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in all directions of time, space, and reality. And so it is. All right. Thank you for joining me in that meditation. As we take a couple of minutes out together and connect with each other, with our inner selves. All right, so we're going to continue our conversation about meditation for a couple of moments. And again, there's lots of ways to meditate, lots of different breathing techniques, meditation exercises, visualizations that you can do, things you can listen to. I used to have a lot of trouble meditating. I would light a candle, some incense, I'd have the house completely quiet, I'd get on the floor, Indian style, right? Breathe, and all I could think about is I can hear the dog breathing or whatever else is going on in the room or all of the things that I should be doing right now. So that process didn't work great for me. And so I just want to give you guys a couple of other ideas if that doesn't work well for you either. That's not necessarily what meditation is really all about. So I think that you have to find something that you have to experiment, find something that's going to work for you so that you will stick with it and you can create some sort of a daily practice for yourself, just for your own mental, physical, emotional health, taking those few minutes out. And so experimenting with some different ways, see what works best for you, find something that's going to fit into your regular schedule. Otherwise you won't stick to it. So here's a few different things that you could try. A walking meditation. So your neighborhood, the woods, the beach, somewhere that there is solitude and you're less likely to get into a lot of conversations with others. But that is a really beautiful time to clear your mind and really be open and receptive to information coming in from your own soul or your divine team of spiritual guidance. A shower or a seesaw bath meditation is also another great time to kind of take a few minutes and connect. So you get in the shower every single morning, and you're in that water. You've got the repetitiveness of the beating droplets of water coming down on you. There is something very relaxing and private and a time when you can kind of go within. So try that, taking a few extra minutes in the shower to think and clear your thoughts and see if you can have a few minutes to connect with yourself. Or the seesaw bath meditation. So that's one of my favorite places. I'm a big fan of the seesaw bath, so for energetic clearing, and we'll talk about that maybe in an upcoming episode, but that you're in the water, you're in the sea salt, which is sacred. So I'll spend hours in the seesaw bath and leave my body, astral travel, channel, meditate, clear, process, listen to music, or maybe a clearing meditation. It just kind of depends. But that is a great time to actually just do a little bit of meditation. Driving. So this might not be a time that you would think of for meditation, but we have an autopilot that allows our minds to kind of go off to another place while we're driving. And this is actually a light form of trance. It is those repetitive sights of the lines in the road, of the scenery, that can bring us into that very relaxing meditative state. So of course, I'm not talking about going unconscious or closing your eyes or even part way or anything like that. But how many times have you been driving and then all of a sudden you kind of come back from your thoughts and have a moment of, where am I? That happens to me all the time. And I'm going to start checking around for scenery and things that I recognize. And I say, well, fortunately, we say the car knows the way home, right? Well, that's our autopilot. We're still present in there and driving, but some part of our mind can sort of leave and go to another place of thoughts. And that's often a time when I will receive guidance, information, messages, connection. Nature, just being in nature is a really great way. It's going to automatically clear and boost your energy, and just being out in nature. So sitting just in nature, but especially if you're sitting in the grass, if you're sitting up against a tree, if you're near the water, if you're gardening, all of those things will certainly help you maybe get into that state of meditation and just being able to connect with yourself and your own divine guidance for a few minutes. Repetitive action meditation. So what I mean by that is anytime your body is physically doing some sort of a repetitive action, so similar to the walking or the driving, but this could be more like a chore, like washing dishes, or it could be something like knitting or crocheting or anything where your body kind of goes into autopilot and you're doing a physical something, but you kind of go into autopilot and you're not really having to think about it too much. It's giving your body physically something to do, but it also allows your mind to start to go off to another place. So try that if there is something that you enjoy doing, or next time you're just sitting there mindlessly doing the dishes or what have you. Try using that as a time to connect with yourself for a few minutes. And again, it doesn't have to be a long time. And honestly, these days I'm in and out of meditation all day long. It could be just for a couple of quick minutes. I'm breathing in, calling in my guidance, checking in, asking a question, getting the answer, and I'm back. You know, sometimes there's longer amounts of time, but my whole day is sort of that in and out of meditation and receiving guidance. So in the beginning, though, these things can help you, especially if you're finding your regular processes of meditation to be a little bit challenging for you. And of course, my other recommendation is to try to create a sacred space for yourself. So that can be outdoors, it can be indoors. I really recommend having a place indoors and outdoors if you can, but that will really help to raise your vibrational antenna and to keep you on some kind of a daily practice. You're much more likely to do it if you have a little bit of a sacred space for yourself that you can go to every day that feels safe and serene and comfortable and a bit like your own little sanctuary. So I encourage you to try that, creating a sacred space for yourself. We've been working on doing that outdoors here. I found a little nook in the woods, and I've been kind of slowly adding things. In an upcoming episode, we'll kind of catch up on any highlights of things that I've added out here. Also, just to remind you, when you first wake up, that is a time that you are really very open and receptive. You're right in between the worlds. You're not 100% awake, but you're still not sleeping. You're right in between, and that is a time when we can be very open and very receptive. Or maybe it might be, you know, taking some quiet time in the morning after you first get up with your coffee or your tea. And maybe that is your time to sit and to meditate for a couple of minutes. Okay, so those are my meditation suggestions for you. And we'd love to know what's working for you guys and what you're finding to really enjoy with meditation. So that brings us to our challenge section of the show. So every day I've been giving you guys some sort of a challenge, a little something to do at home based on what we've been talking about. And today your challenge is to experiment with one of these different ways to meditate, and maybe a couple of different ways over the next upcoming days, and see what is going to work best for you. It might be the walking meditation, it might be in the shower or the bath, it could be driving, getting out in nature, doing some sort of a repetitive chore or physical activity, you know, or right in that in-between time when you're first waking up. So that is your challenge, is to experiment with something other than what you've been doing for meditation and see how that works for you. See what happens. Okay? All right, that brings us to our crystal chat segment of the show. So the crystal that I brought out for you today is a beautiful crystal called Angelite. So if you can see, I'm going to bring that up close here. It's a beautiful pale blue color. It looks a bit like a robin's egg in that it does actually have a lot of little white flecks in it that you can hopefully see there as we get that a little bit of the light. So it looks very much like a robin's egg. It's very similar color and a little bit of the those flecks in there. So beautiful stone called Angelite. So Angelite is a stone that promotes spiritual communication with the angels, with your highest self, and with the spiritual realm. It's also known to help with communication with your loved ones who might have passed over to the other side. It is a great stone to help heal guilt, loss, grief, and emotional pain. So especially if it is connected to perhaps somebody that you have lost as well. It's a very calming stone, especially with that color. It can stimulate the opening of a lot of different types of psychic gifts. Channeling, mediumship, telepathy, clairvoyance, psychic visions. It can help you to bring information through from spirit in a number of different ways, including automatic writing. Somebody was asking about that the other day in the comments. If I would consider doing a class on that, the answer is yes. So stay tuned for that. We'll also be working on that in our Psychic Development 2 class that starts on Tuesday. It also cleanses the throat chakra. Remember, most of your blue stones generally are going to work with that throat chakra. Some are going to work with third eye, some are going to work with both. But this is going to work with throat chakra, helping you to improve communication abilities as it gets in there and cleanses that chakra out. It does also resonate with third eye, crown chakra, and the soul star up above your crown by sending energy there. And the higher vibrations that get sent to these chakras allow for spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, and clearer communication from your highest self, your divine team of spiritual guidance. Because it has this beautiful, calming, healing color, its vibration can relieve tension, anger, stress, especially if you are in a time where you're having trouble coping with something that's emotionally challenging for you. Angelite could be a great stone for you. It can, as I said before, assist with helping to heal grief also from a loved one, and especially if their death was unexpected or there were words that went unsaid before they passed over, and you're holding that with you in your heart and in your mind and in your emotions. Angelite might be the stone for you. So you could try just having it in your pocket, holding it in your hand, placing it over the heart, over the throat, wherever you're intuitively drawn. The crystals do have their own consciousness, their own conscious awareness. So they will start working with you to cleanse and clear your vibration and bring things into balance, harmony, alignment as soon as they get into your energy field. So really, wherever you're kind of intuitively drawn to put a crystal is usually the best spot for that crystal. So go with that. Don't worry too much about what the books say with that. There are a few physical benefits of the Angelite. Health problems related to bones, calcification in the joints, range of motion in the joints. And one of the things that you can do with this is you can put it on and around your feet. So again, wherever you're sort of intuitively drawn to put your foot on it, this can help to clear and unblock meridians that might be required for healing. So that is your little tip of the day. If you have some Angelite, try putting it under your foot and rolling your foot around on it, or putting it under a spot that feels comfortable on and around your foot to clear out those meridians. Also can assist broken bones, osteoporosis, arthritis, throat inflammation, thyroid gland issues, and even aid in weight loss. Also, I want to mention Angelite is a variety of andrite, and it's a very soft stone. It's not like your hard crystal quartz. So this will convert to gypsum if it's in water. So we don't want to get this Angelite wet. We don't want to bring it into the tub, the salt bath, put it in salt water, leave it outside in the rain. This is one that you want to care for and have this be indoors and dry for you with the Angelite. There are certain crystals that you shouldn't get wet. And generally your quartz varieties are okay, but this one should stay nice and cozy and dry. So that is our Angelite. That is our crystal of the day. Okay, so we are up to our oracle card section. And so just to remind you guys, if you're enjoying the show and all the free content, there's a few different ways that you can get involved with or support the sanctuary. You can sign up for one of the mini classes that are going on right now live via Zoom. You can find those all on our website, the sanctuarycapecod.com/classes. You can purchase a gift certificate or make a donation right from the website. And you can also like and share this video. You can set your alarm. You can tune in every day. And there's a review section on Facebook. So if you could go to the reviews section of our page and click 5 stars, that would be great. That would help us so much, and I would greatly appreciate that. All right, our card of the day is from the Bird Signs deck. So this is what I was drawn to pull out today, and just before the show I asked and intended for a card to come out that would be effective, useful, and appropriate for you. And again, this is from the bird signs deck. So a beautiful card actually shot out as I was shuffling, as does often happen. Like, frankly, these days I'm surprised when a card doesn't come shooting out of the deck when I'm shuffling. Like, what, I actually have to draw? I actually have to pick a card. Usually they just come flying out for me, or flip or do acrobats as I'm shuffling. So at any rate, this is the one that came flittering out for today, and it is a beautiful card. And the word on top of the card, the words say feather and enlightenment. So one of the things that I thought was so interesting is we were doing that walking meditation today, and often feathers come to me as a sign from spirit. So whether I'm walking or I'm just in the yard or where have you, they find me everywhere. So whenever I find that feather, I pick it up, I give thanks to spirit, I just acknowledge and say thank you. That is a beautiful gift, a sign, and it will often show up in divine timing, especially if I've just asked a question, if I've just asked for a sign, if I've just been, putting something out to spirit that I need assistance with, and then that feather comes in, and at just the right timing. So when you see those feathers left right in your path, just know that's a gift from spirit for you. It's a sign. And so we're going to look up the message in here today. It says, indigo, 6th chakra and brow. Feathers serve many purposes for birds. Feathers create the wings of flight and provide camouflage, buoyancy, protection, and insulation. An almost daily task for many birds is the preening or care of their feathers. When they replace their feathers, this is known as molting. Large birds sometimes take 2 years to molt, an overwhelming task, much like the road to enlightenment. The lesson in this card is that you will journey to enlightenment at your own pace. Don't try to keep up with others, for their path may not be yours. Melding your inner wisdom with the visualizations strengthen the 6th chakra, and you may reach an epiphany regarding your purpose on earth. Birds need feathers to fly, and if you find a feather or draw the feather card from the deck, your insight or intuition is strong. What is the message that speaks to you from the bird's feather? Pick up the feather. It was meant for you. Look at its color, feel its texture. Hold the feather in your fingers, close your eyes. Use your intuition to understand what lesson or message this bird has for you. If you don't receive an answer immediately, know the meaning will come to you at the precise time that you need to hear, see, know, or feel it. All right. That is our beautiful card for the day. So remember, guys, look for those beautiful confirmations from spirit, especially as you're tuning in, as you're asking for that divine guidance, for the signs of synchronicities, the confirmations from all of those things that you're intuitively feeling and receiving as you check in with your highest divine self, your soul's guidance and wisdom. Because remember, as I always say, you already know the answers to all of the questions that you're asking. It's just that ego mind that comes in and trips us up. So again, that was the card from the bird sign deck. And that is our show for today. So I thank you so much for tuning in and for joining and for letting me know that you're on and you're here and you're participating with me. So I so look forward to tuning in to you at this time every day. I hope you will join me back here again tomorrow and every day during quarantine at 3:33. And until then, may you be blessed, may you be well, may you be filled with divine light. I love you so much. Bye-bye.